Hello and welcome to Buttstuff, everybody. My name's Jay.
And my name is C.
And we are on the 9th of August. It's Friday again.
It's a Friday. It is a Friday again.
Damn right it is.
And it's glorious.
It is glorious. Apparently, right, now, it's National Women's Day, right? Now, I know International Women's Day is like the 8th of March, I think.
Yep.
National Women's Day apparently is today. Right?
I'm not going to ask you which, because I know you've been trying to figure it out.
It's been a long research in the making, and I don't know. But basically, there are women everywhere, and basically, it's our day.
We're just going to have it today.
All right, we're having today.
As well as the March one.
And
if
tomorrow.
It's a national somewhere, yeah, may as well. And yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, you're all just lucky. I mean, we're all here because of women anyway, aren't we? So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so actually, every day, please. Do you mind?
Please, thanks
and
very
I
much.
will remind you every day until we all know.
Except, we are doing exactly what they did on International Women's Day. When's International Men's Day? No, we're not, though.
November something, innit?
Yeah, November.
There we are, then.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up about it now.
Well, we are.
Shut up, 95% of our listeners.
Hello, we love you, really.
Hello, guys. Let's distract you with melons. It's Melon Day.
Melon Day.
Melons.
Melons.
Women and melons.
Women and their melons.
I feel like Kevin from The Office. Melons.
I wish I had some better melons. So.
That's all right. Well, you found something in them earlier, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
What is that
Bottled,
called?
top bottle. I don't know.
A ring pull from a can.
Yeah.
Just in there.
Just in there.
Has been in there for some time.
You know what it is? Yeah. I see as a new mum. I've been writing this way for a while. He's going to come up to 3 soon.
He's left for uni.
He's long gone.
Years ago now.
Yes. He's cured cancer and everything.
Yeah,
right?
He's got his family of his own. I don't know why you're still blaming him.
But he put it in there many, many moons ago.
Yeah.
And, well, blame him.
Yeah.
It's been there forever.
So, yeah, parenting has put that down your boobs.
Exactly. That's why women, all women.
Women and melons.
And melons.
Great.
Also,
good start.
Another thing, what I just questioning, what's your thought when you think of melons? Except women and melons.
Interestingly, I mean, it's just melons, but it's like I can just see melons, and there's 2 melons that I wouldn't eat. I think they're honeydew melons.
Yeah, also me. But then my other thought is, we've been practicing, what is it called? The other one we've been trying to learn, Morse code.
Oh, yeah.
Morse code.
Oh, melon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's M, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
melon.
Dash, dash.
Dash, dash. It's M.
Melon.
Melon. And it's how we remember. So.
Yeah, we remember them all in very interesting ways.
Yeah.
But it is working.
Yeah.
Kangaroo.
And breastfeeding. Which is...
is R.
Yeah.
Because it goes... And then there's... Which is N. And then All Hail the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Is Q.
It's Q. We're getting there. So this is how you all remember us with us. Okay?
All right.
What?
Sorry. 3 minutes in, and we've tried to force Morse code down everyone's throat.
Of course we have. I'm sorry, guys. Melon. Okay, just remember M is 2 dashes. That's all you're having.
Yeah.
Today's Beninga lesson.
Yeah.
Morse code.
We all know SOS.
And you know we're not going to come back to you for any more, so there's an app if you want to learn it. Morse Mania.
Though.
Yeah, Morse Mania.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. It's actually really nice, and I think it'd be handy. Just in case.
Well, we've always said we wanted another way to communicate if we didn't have a way of communicating.
Necessary.
So now we've got Spanish, obviously telepathically.
Yeah.
Morse code.
Yeah.
And English. And a bit of German.
English is
English is probably the last resort, really.
Weakest of all of them. A bit of German.
Bit of German, bit of Welsh.
Bit of, I think we had a bit of Polish the other day.
No, that's just you.
Oh, it was just me. And
Omelette du fromage.
Oh, that job done. Oh, you sound like Snoop Dogg doing the Olympics.
Oh,
he's having a good old go, isn't he?
Oh, of course he is lovely. I fucking love Snoop Dogg. He just does everything. He's like, yeah, give it a go, give it a crack, why not?
I know. He's just got time for everyone.
He does. Fair play.
It's very good for him.
I know.
Oh, he's a national treasure. I love how he's just been assigned the mascot.
Yeah, I'm just Snoop Dogg. He's the mascot of Snoop Dogg.
I wonder I don't even know what his actual name is. I don't want to know.
Mr. Snoop.
Mr. Dog.
Mr. Dog. A Snoopicus Doggitus.
I would be as well.
Sir Snoopicus Doggitus.
Oh, he's
You know
so
what, that's
good.
fine. That's staying like that. I was just going to say happy birthday to him. We don't actually have any happy birthdays, do we?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, happy birthday. She's also gone.
1963. Yeah, and, it just reminds me of all the shit going on at the moment with all the conspiracies and things. And,
Ooh, which one?
Well.
This is not something we've discussed at all,
completely...
so you're just wiggle-woggling that one on me. What?
Well, you've seen my notes are quite barren today.
Yeah, you've got some dates written down, which you pluck from your brain anyway,
exactly.
So they were in there.
So, I've just
and you've put crystals on the top of it anyway.
I've written some... I'll get there, right?
Okay,
so Whitney Houston... so she was found dead in a bathtub, right, in a hotel.
Yeah.
But there's no CCTV footage of the corridors in this obviously very high caliber hotel.
No.
In, like, I think it was LA.
Yeah.
So there's no footage. That's weird.
Of her getting in and out?
Of the sort of thoroughfare to her room.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Weird. So, how would that be the case then, would it? So they're saying, the people, you know, I don't know anything. I'm just reading the things off the internet.
Okay, yes. And the folk on the internet are telling you.
The folk on the internet are saying that it was a sacrifice.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
Why?
Why would you sacrifice her, though?
Because she knew.
Oh, okay.
Apparently she knew.
I was going to say, she's too high profile. I know, wouldn't they sacrifice someone not... But that, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do love a good conspiracy theory.
I know. It's so deep, though.
It is.
It would be long.
Well, when you were saying about the lack of CCTV, it was making me think about the whole Drake escapades.
It's that whole thing.
All interlinked,
It's
isn't it?
all interlinked, all the pedos and
Of course.
God, I sound insane.
You know, yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But that's okay, we'll let it. Whatever. They're all linked, mate.
I have the right to have a brain.
Yeah, you have.
And when I find that brain, I'm going to use it.
No.
Right? And until then, I reserve the right to find that brain.
Don't you dare.
No, I won't do it.
Do you want me to use the brain? Do you want me to take custody of the brain for a little bit?
Go on, then.
I'm going to tell you something that happened in this day in 1173.
1173. Mm-hmm. Yes.
You remember?
God, it's like yesterday.
Yeah. Leaning Tower of Pisa starts to be built.
Right.
So they fuck it straight away. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this, actually. I didn't think I was going to.
Yeah.
But, so they start building it. It wasn't meant to have a lean. Of course, it bloody wasn't.
So it was just called the Tower of Pisa.
It was actually the Cathedral of Pisa, yeah.
Oh, crikey.
And it was meant to just be a cathedral, really big. It took 200 years to build, mind.
To build it wrong? You think they'd have corrected it then somewhere along the lines?
They've done it again. They've had to refix it so many times.
They have to refix its wonkiness, don't they?
Yeah, they have to, reinforce it now, because they've made it so wonky. But the guy who was, so basically they did it because it was on, sand, and the land just started going when the the cathedral was being built. They were just like, okay, well, let's just keep going and hope for the best.
Keep plastering over it.
And that's what they did, just went on and hoped for the best. Now, I've been there, I've worked in construction, and I've definitely dropped some tools down someone's pipework and left them there.
I still think about that.
Yeah, so do I. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter. This is not any way liability in any shape.
So many decades ago.
It does not matter. It wasn't me. It doesn't have my name on the level. What? Just bypass over that right now. But anyway,
that's the one secret you've tried to keep, and me. I've tried to keep this secret for so long.
I know.
And now it's all coming out
to the nation,
to everyone. Well, if you don't listen. And you live in the place,
then
that's your fault.
You're a problem.
We have told you.
Yeah, okay. And I've probably come out and tried to fix... I've probably fixed someone else's problems anyway.
Yeah, God, it all goes round, doesn't it? Swings and roundabouts.
But anyway, on that note, it took 200 years to do the construction of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That's shocking.
I know, 200 years.
200 years to do it wrong.
To do it wrong, yeah. I've been on jobs like that, and I have left travels there. But, I've left them now.
And... yes, I can understand that completely. Yeah. 200 years, right. So it's like, so you sort of grow into the family business of we build that thing now.
Yeah, and then die into it. You still haven't finished building the thing now.
And and
you're building it fucking wonky your whole life.
I know, and it's like, this is what my ancestors, this is what my family has done, is it?
Apparently, yeah.
Because I might be related to them.
Yeah, it's like, do they know? Did my ancestors know this was wrong? Or, well, I got to keep going now because it's my legacy.
Yeah,
my familial legacy is to fuck this up some more.
Just have to say something in the name of art, or religion.
Yeah, well, it's leaning.
There we are.
Do you know what though? Apparently, and I might be wrong, but there's something about it's actually not the most degrees leaning tower in the world.
Really?
And the one, or it might be second, but the one that actually comes down to is in Wales, is in Caerphilly Castle. Yeah, we've got our own little leaning tower.
We could literally go and have a look now.
I've seen it. We've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Probably told you.
There we are.
I think I told you this about 10 years ago when we were there.
Yeah, probably.
We were shouting at the birds instead, though.
I remember that.
Yeah,
when we were looking
very
for
naughty ducks.
a wedding venue for yourself.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we've got it. Oh, we've got one.
I think so. I'm going to have to fact check that. So, well, someone will, and I might put it in the comments, whatever.
It'll probably be me.
It'll be you. Sorry about that. I'm going to shill on this and make it all hard work for you.
I love that.
Yeah, sorry.
So that's actually not that bad though, because the Great Wall of China took over 2,500 years.
Yeah, imagine.
That's ridiculous. Like, I can't even stick to the same to-do list.
Do you know what, though? What I would do... Oh, my fucking God, yeah.
Myself.
Imagine building the same wall and then having family to build the wall. Like, I have made a son to build the wall. And then their son will build the wall. And then, you know...
How bizarre when you think about it like that.
That's so weird.
Isn't it really weird?
That is odd.
Yeah, but they built it.
Also, though, when I've been on construction jobs, I've always left some sort of, like, memorabilia of myself. Like, I'll write something behind a wall, somewhere no one's going to look.
Oh, that's cute.
And I'll always leave, like, a bit of hair, you know, like, well, if you pick, you know, when you're plucking a hair off your body, you're like,
your DNA.
Yeah, just like, oh, that can go on there.
Yeah.
And I also think the same when you're on a plane. It's like, oh, leave some DNA for somewhere to travel the world. Yeah.
Because we molt anyway, don't we, all the time? And it's like, oh, look at us with the wind.
Yeah, being all out there with the elements.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that. I wonder what they've left.
Yeah, well...
Corpses, maybe.
Yeah, definitely there's some definite blockages in pipes due to some...
Not me.
People in some
some places, some unnamed people who's unnameingly doing that.
I don't know, countries that we've not heard about before. Yes. But yeah, we've got an RIP on this day as well.
We do.
Sharon Tate.
Oh, we do. We actually do.
And there was more of them.
Yeah, there was.
But that was in 1969.
Okay, so shall we discuss this a little bit further?
Go on then, yeah, you ready?
Yeah, well, oh yeah, no, never, I'm never ready to unleash the Manson gates with you, but I am a little bit ready, because I think it's now or never really, isn't it?
It is.
Do you want to just tell me about Manson a bit?
Well, I mean, I really should have checked a lot more, shouldn't I, before we did this, but No, it's been a funny week. But anyway, right, bless him.
You move the crystals off your notes.
Yeah.
Off the singular dates you plucked from your brain.
Literally, I've just got the dates of Manson's birth and death, which I got from my brain, and then over here I've written the chemical symbiola. That's interesting. That should be a word for gold, yeah.
Why have you done that?
Spiders.
Yep.
Cats missing, strays, Timu.
10. Oh, okay, Timu. Okay.
So, this is my notes.
So this is notes.
For today, so
how are you going to tell me about Manson from Timu?
That's not Manson related.
Actually, though, I have bought something Manson related on Timu.
Have you?
Yeah. It's. I probably shouldn't. It's not like to glorify him.
Go on then.
But you know when they've got you can buy these iron-on t-shirt like transfers, and it's got like not the mugshot. Oh no, I don't think it is Manson. I'm lying. Oh. It's not at all him.
Is it Sherlock Holmes? Is it Doctor Who?
No, it's all the horror films, the Scream and Jigsaw and all them. I don't know why I put Manson in there.
He didn't even do anything.
No, I know.
He didn't even kill anyone.
I know he didn't. So let's start there.
Well, go on then.
No, don't start there. When was he born?
He was born on the 12th of November, 1934, which incidentally is the same year that Hitler became
the dictator.
Yeah, but yeah, that was before he was born, so maybe it's all Hitler's fault. But anyway, yeah, he was born to a 16-year-old prostitute called Kathleen Maddox, and he didn't even have a name, bless him, so he was just no-name Maddox, didn't even know who his dad was or anything. He just, bless him, he didn't have a very good start,
No, he didn't, did he?
Or any of it, actually. He didn't have a good any of it.
He didn't have he had a bit of a nice time at one point.
Do you know, he made the best of the situation.
He did, yeah.
I mean, a lot of us go through life and we just gotta make our new families. We gotta make our new tribe, haven't we?
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
He did. Yeah, he did. He did. Shall we go on? So yeah, his mum was a bit of a drunk, and she was just a bit lover. She was a kid herself, wasn't she? She came from religious parents.
Yeah.
And she tried to flee. She had him. She didn't mean to.
He was like in and out of like penitentiaries from like the age of like 12. He was just passed around, wasn't he? And I love him. But then he I don't know. I just think maybe he was born at the wrong time.
I think he was born at the right time. We were born at the wrong time.
We were, definitely.
He was born into the wrong privilege. I think...
You're right.
Manson, with the way his... Like, okay, he did some really shitty shit. But I think with him, he might have just been a case of, like, was it nature versus nurture with him?
I think so.
Because he seemed quite... I want to say gentle. He's not gentle,
Well,
but considering some of the... No, he is gentle. Definitely some of the serial... Like, the cult leaders. Look at Jim Jones.
Not even that. Look at some of the rock stars of the same time. Look...
the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys, exactly.
Very naughty boys. We'll have to come back. We'll be on there now in a minute.
We'll wait till their birthday and we'll shit them on their birthday.
Yes, we will.
Perhaps we should.
I'm going to shut you,
Yeah,
birthday.
but they were naughty, but they had money, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Apparently. And then obviously using their power or privilege or whatever it is to sort of make other people feel like they're not worthy or valid or whatever it is, and I'm not.
We are used to that one. I'm not. We're really against that.
I'm really not justifying anything at all.
No,
I'm
I know.
really not.
I know you're not. No, I know.
But I am saying
Is
he was 4'11".
He was the scapegoat, I feel.
He was a pygmy goat.
Oh, bless
him. He was bloody tiny. He was a wee boy.
No.
Oh, you can't blame him.
Oh, you can hear.
He was just a child.
I'm going to read then the little bits of notes that I've got. I said the little bits of notes because yours has been so great.
I know.
He's just a child.
He's just a child. You can't blame the lad.
He's like a long... Well, dead now.
Yeah,
but he died not as a child.
He wasn't a child.
He was not a child.
He died the week after his birthday. Bless him. On the 19th of November 2017.
He has. And I'm going to fill in some of those gaps in the meantime. Someone's got to.
He was born. He was just a child.
You were born. He was a child. He died.
Yeah, go on, help me.
So I'm going to just take us up to the murders. He had a bit of a shitty time. Obviously, he had a bit of a shitty time with his life, his childhood. In and out of prison, he actually at one point tries to stay in prison. He's like, says to the guard, he's like, mate, just let me in. Let me stay in. I'm not equipped for the outside world. He did do a rape of a man with a knife.
Just
a knife
to try
point.
and stay in.
Maybe.
Give him a job there.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not justifying it, okay?
No,
we can't justify it.
I
know you love Manson.
People here, aren't I?
Yeah, I think we're going to lose a lot of our men here.
I'm sorry, guys.
But, sorry, guys. I'm sorry from her. Sorry for... No.
I'm sorry about her
I'm not
as
turning
well.
my back on you.
Oh,
I'm not
right.
like that. Like,
it's all right.
Sorry,
but I think some people get a bad rep.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it back to someone who might deserve some of their bad rep.
Go on, get him.
Well, Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
So actually, he doesn't also deserve... He does deserve a little bit. He just deserves to have some of the Manson ones. He was also living freely.
And they caused a lot
having
of shit. You can't start a fire. You can't pour fuel and then not expect some shit to go down.
Yeah. So basically, what happened there is, after Manson is released from prison, he ends up getting friends with Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. He actually ends up he gets two of his girls round. He's like, oh, these are my girls. And then they end up having an orgy. He wakes up the morning after and there's like 15 of his girls in the thing. He's like, hello, come on board this then. And they are basically all just move in.
How about this then?
We all live here now?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So they just all move in with him, with Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Cash.
For a while as well, until the manager just is like, excuse me, no, you can't. Like, you can't just do that. It's probably looking bad for his, for Dennis Wilson's rep.
Yeah.
But, he was up to his own shit.
Well, you fucking invited him. He picked him up. He picked the girls up, hitchhiking anyway, didn't he?
Well, we were watching a documentary of it earlier, and what he was smoking was the size of, you could roll us up and it would be less. So he wasn't innocent.
Sage.
Yeah, he was like, fair play if that's what you want to do, but mate.
Yeah, don't
turn your back.
Just because you got money and you managed to get out of it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But anyway, so they turn their back on the Manson family. At this point, they just really try and... Charles Manson especially, is really just trying to get into his music. He just wants to be musical, doesn't he?
He was. And as we proved earlier on, he was a lot better than a lot of the people that were around at the time.
So you say this, and I actually beg to differ, because I love that song. Give us a little song, because I've forgotten a little about it, but it was...
Through the tulips. Tiny Tim.
So that was beautiful. I love that as well. But that was what he was competing with.
But
I think he was on his own sort of little own cult, Tiny Tim. He was on his own LSD, doing his own thing.
Complete other league. But I mean,
whatever. Also,
I would be annoyed, right, if that was mainstream and Charles Manson, who was literally, think about it, he's a walking boy-girl group. He's the walking mamas and papas.
You are right there, yeah. He's literally, everything's established, and he's in California.
They all come as a package.
Yes.
you've got the girls that apparently everyone is into.
Maybe they're just like, he's too much of a liability, which obviously he was. Let's be fair.
But I don't know. But like, he was already built. He was like, he could play the guitar. He had a good voice. He did make good music.
He had a troubled past.
Oh, well then, shit him.
Yeah, you know what it's like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shit. You know, I'm not agreeing. But,
I've been Charles Manson myself.
You've been shat on, yes.
Yes.
But, right, I'm going to bring us back to rationality before we start going again. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I love you.
I can't believe you bring us back to rationality.
So I'm so sorry. Anyway, he was kicked off that. I'm going to then take us back. This is after that happened.
Yes.
They now go to Spahn Ranch. You know where Spahn Ranch is, don't you?
The Dream.
George
Spahn.
Spahn, yeah, of course. They go and live with George Spahn. He's like 70-something.
71.
So, yeah, 71. Manson and his family go live there on an old abandoned western sort of...
movie set.
Yeah, and it looks amazing.
Oh my God.
It looks like the life. Now, this part of the Manson family, I would 100% communal living,
total
in
sold.
a farm. Like, me and you, we'd be in, like, we're in the wrong time. We've said this.
100%. And, apparently at one point there was 32 people and 7 children living there.
Yeah.
And George was loving it, wasn't he? Because he was just like,
surrounded by all these girls.
Yeah.
I'd like to, assume just the girls and not... Well, and the men, maybe that's fine, but all consenting adults is what I'm hoping for.
They all seemed quite happy.
Yes, I'm just keeping it in the adult issue. But none of that actually went on in the Manson family. Again, why they're not as bad.
Everything that we've heard and read has been... consensual.
Nothing children related.
No, oh God, no.
I keep bringing us back to that.
I don't know
take
why
us away from that.
You're like this.
I have a problem. It's my OCD.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I know.
But anyway, let's go to Terry Melcher now.
Oh, go on then.
So they're living in Spahn Ranch. They're having a nice time.
Yeah.
They go and see Terry Melcher. He's a music producer. So Charles is there. He's like, right, let's do a little demo. Now, Charles and the girls turn up. They do a little demo. Yeah. Terry Melcher's all like, I vibe with this. I vibe with man. Why? Yeah, cool. What? Ghosts him then, doesn't he?
Prick.
I know. So then, they've obviously dropped him home. They know where he lives. Problematic here. Because after that then, things just start to kick off. Shit hits the fan.
Well, it's going to win it. You promise people something. These people got nothing to lose.
No.
Think about it.
I think it really happened. They were getting a bit poor, and there was this guy called Gary Hinman, which turns out, I think he was his music teacher.
And he was a drug dealer, wasn't he?
Yeah, drug dealer, music teacher, a few other things.
Wow, what
spiritualist. It sounds like it was his own little Manson of his own.
He's like the guy in Pineapple Express who wears the kimono.
I think so.
Oh, fab.
Yeah, so he comes into £20,000 and apparently they want it. So they're like, right, I'm going to get that money. They tie him up. And Manson apparently cuts his ear off and then says, I want that money. You will not leave without that money or without this man dead. So he ends up dead. Slashed across the side of the face, and he's gone, and his car's gone, the house is raided, and they put Political Piggy written everywhere, so you know, as they do. So that's when Bobby's, arrested afterwards. Yeah. So Bobby Beaujolais, one of the Manson family, he gets arrested. This is why I think it starts to go down then, is because they're like, right, we need to get Bobby out. Yes. Let's make it look like it wasn't him. Yeah. And then it's like, right, who else do we need to shit on? Yeah. Right, let's shit him. The old guy, the old ghosty fuck. So then they go to the house. You can take over from here.
He's moved.
So what was the address again?
10050 Cielo Drive.
Yeah, so you remember that?
Off the top of my stupid looking head.
Yeah, and dates and that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
You remember the shit that I don't remember?
And why will I need this information?
Well, to fill in the blanks of the bits. Together we make one.
No one apart from you wants this information. Yeah. You try and spill this out into the real world and they're just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
And you're like, oh, sorry that I'm educated.
No, you were telling someone the other day about the shit wagon.
About the shit wagon, that went down well. I'm not sure Manson's going to go down the same.
Probably not. Especially after today, the way that you are loving him. We'll be... It's okay. It's okay. He was just a child. We're gonna... Just a child. He's not just a child. He's just a corpse now.
He's actually just not a child.
He's not anymore a child. And they did some shitty things. He did not necessarily do the shitty things, but we cannot justify the things that were done.
No, but we can't also just blame him for everything that Big Patty did.
Why is it okay to say everything controversial with an accent?
I don't know, we've gone from Irish to Scottish now somehow.
Terrible abominations of all.
Terrible, and I'm sorry guys, because we really should be repping. I mean, we got 4 accents really in this bitch.
Fuck off, we got about 4 in Cardiff.
Oh no, I know, but like standard, as it goes, like Irish, Scottish, Welsh, English accent. I mean, yeah. lots.
Yeah.
Lots. But
we should be able to do the 4. We can't do the 4.
I know, we're saying this though. We're so good at it. It's a very specific dialect.
Yeah, this is...
you wouldn't know about
it. Only just between the two of us.
It's a Celtic religious place. Anyway,
what are we on about? Oh, okay. They've changed place. They've changed address.
And now...
Oh, fuck, okay. They've shat all over these. Oh.
Sharon Tate.
Let's just finish this off before we shit anyone else. Okay, carry on.
They have moved in.
Mm-hmm.
So they live there now, right? So he's a film producer, isn't he?
Yeah.
And she was a actress, model.
She did Playboy and stuff as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she was only 26, mind.
Yeah, I know.
She had a lot of...
experience on that face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, she's there, so I know it did. That sounds really mean. We've just shut someone. No, she just looked older, I guess.
She did look older. But
I just thought she was older.
Did as well, though, then, didn't they?
Probably helps that I'm looking at black and whitish photos. Or look, the photos are older. She probably looked very youthful in her day.
Well, I mean, her skin looked glorious.
Yeah, she looks better than I do.
I mean,
it does not matter. Anyway, she was there.
She was there.
Who else was there?
So, yeah, there was a bunch of them on there. There was, on the eve of, I guess. Yeah.
So I'll tell you. Because I got them written down, and just in case your brain's not collecting them correctly.
Oh, then it's not going to Abigail Folger.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hang on, there was the mate.
Jay?
Oh, Jay, what's his surname?
Sebring?
Yeah. Go on, you tell me the rest.
Oh, I cannot pronounce this. Wojciech Frykowski?
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah, so there's the 4 of them. Sharon Tate, Jay Sebring, Abigail Folger, and Wojciech Frykowski. He's Folger's boyfriend, and he's a screenwriter.
That's right.
So basically... they're there now. So this is the problem, is obviously the old guy, the ghost, has moved out. They've moved in, and they're there on the night. So they turn up now, the Manson family. Now Charles Manson, for this one, is never actually been proved to be there.
No.
But what happens is, Watson turns up, and he basically ties them all up by their necks.
Also called Charles, by the way, so that's where a lot of things get confusing here as well.
I should have also, yeah. This
Charles
is why you can be
Tex Watson.
Yeah. Oh, Tex. Let's just call him Tex.
Yes, but there were phone calls and things along the way, weren't there? And someone said Charlie, and it was the wrong Charlie. And see, this is it when there's 2 men and they've both got the same name.
It's all very confusing. But yeah, so they all get in. They basically try and grab them all up by the neck. Hoist them up. One of them then says, "Excuse me, no, I'm not having that."
Excuse me? How very British.
Excuse me, I'm very uncomfortable with this. And especially, obviously, with the pregnant Sharon Tate. She's 8 months pregnant now. She's, going to pop any day. So he is not impressed. So this is Jay now. He gets stabbed 7 times. And also shot in the head
Not
twice.
Impressed.
Not impressed.
No.
Now he's dead and unimpressed.
You can imagine.
Frykowski also gets stabbed in the legs and torso. He gets to the door at this point, but gets a smashed head by the gun. The girl, Abigail, she escapes to the garden, gets tackled and stabbed to death. And then they go for Sharon Tate, who's stabbed to death until her 8-month baby and her are both dead. So we're not going to shit any of this. Let's bypass all this as quick as we possibly can. Pig is written on the walls in blood. Manson wasn't actually present for that one. However, there was a list of people that were. Do you remember the names? Do you want me to
Patty was there, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Patricia Krenwinkel.
Yeah, Patricia Krenwinkel, Linda Kasabian, Susan Atkins, and Tex Watkins.
Yeah.
Watson. Yeah. So they're the 4 that were there. Now, they go on... That was the night. Night after, they then go after 2 people that were sort of a management of a company. Management of a company. They just go to a supermarket manager and they get him and his wife as well.
The Lavianka murders.
Yeah, and then they basically just go back.
To try and make it look like it was all related to something else.
Yeah, but it wasn't Bobby Beaujolais. They were trying to get him back out of prison, but also a bit stupidly doing it. Because, bear in mind, they were all on LSD. They don't have a clue what they're doing.
Probably all seemed like a great idea at the time.
Oh, yeah, you know what it's like. It's like, well, you don't know what it's like. What?
No.
However, we know what nothing is like. So it's all fine and dandy. And anyway, let's move on. So what happens after that?
So she all went to shit then, didn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. And the end.
Yeah, I think actually they just traced them back because of Bobby Beaujolais. They were like, oh, well, it looks a bit similar, actually. They just traced back to the camp and then they were like, oh, okay, let's take these guys in for questioning.
Yeah.
They got them for arson and robbery, first of all. And then they started cracking. But it sounds like Linda Kasabian was the one that cracked. Yeah, and as we know now, they all went to prison. Charles Manson died. There's 2 still alive. I can tell you their names, but I will tell you them now because I thought I couldn't find them in my notes. But Tex Watson and Patricia, so Patty, are still alive.
Tex is still alive.
Tex is still alive. They're both still in prison to this day.
So Tex and Charles, both of them, had higher than average IQ.
Yeah.
So... And they made him out to be stupid.
Yeah, but I think Hitler also had... Yeah, they did make him out to be stupid.
Yeah.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they just... I think because they were sounded southern, really. You know,
That's
southern.
it,
They had a nice southern drawl. Which, actually, that was a terrible abomination of one.
Scottish.
It's lovely, though.
It's lush, in it.
So
I know.
nice.
I know. So, yeah, it's not really fair.
No.
They did actually... Well, he was a footballer, wasn't he, in school, Tex? American football he played, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
and some other stuff. He was like a good high school, he like scholarship in the lot. He was like really clever. Obviously, Charles Manson had a good IQ, but wasn't particularly... He just didn't have the background for it.
No,
if he's not allowed to
him.
go to school because his mum's just driving him around the state here, there, everywhere, and like having sex with people for money, he's just surviving. He's not even allowed to get an education.
No.
So... I'm jumping back. I accidentally jumped on the bandwagon. No, we're not condoning him. We are not condoning anything that happened.
Have a look at the difference of people being born. Where Charles Manson was born, where Dennis Wilson was born. Swap them over. Nature versus nurture is the same.
Yeah.
It's like okay, how would he have thrived in a different, more privileged?
I also feel he was a bit of a scapegoat. Obviously, he was a bit of a scapegoat.
Yeah.
He was like the one. He had no background. He had the criminal He had the criminal background and nothing else. So it may have been a matter of like, okay, it was him. It was him. Yeah. So
and to be fair, I think he was. He's quite happy to take it, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah.
He's just like,
get me back in prison, whatever.
Exactly. He's like, I'm not made for this world anyway.
Yeah. I think the problem, not problem, it was all a big problem, but the extra problem they had was when they went so high profile with Sharon Tate and her being pregnant. I think with that, there was not a chance of them ever seeing the light of day out.
No, even though he may not have had anything to do with it physically at the time, on the night, whatever.
Linda Kasabian got out of prison.
Yeah, it's all right. No, she's dead now as well.
She's dead now. Yeah, she was the one who was the one who said most against Charles.
It was nonsense though, because she was quite clearly still completely mesmerised by him.
Didn't he say though? He was like, right, I don't mind taking the fall for
100%.
this. Like, just fine, whatever.
He didn't even mind. He didn't want anyone else bothered, did he?
Yeah,
and
he did say like, keep me in prison, so it's fine. Just.
Yeah, and they said to him, "Oh, what do you have to say to the girls today?" Because they were in court, where they obviously it was a trial against him, and he was like, "I think they look very beautiful."
Oh, that's so cute.
And they're there to testify against him.
Oh, how lovely is that?
He's like, "I don't give a shit.
No,
I'm God. You're God.
We're all God. We're all just doing it. We're all doing the thing."
And it's like, you don't own anything. You can't own anything. I'm like, do you know what? You're right about that one.
Okay, you try that one. I'd be a bit annoyed if you were coming to my house and stealing my shit and then telling me that.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
mate,
no, you
I
can't
do
do
though.
that.
Like, I own this crowbar that's going to go on your head.
Yeah.
Like, now.
Thing is, though, he was just a child.
He was just a child. You can't justify it by calling him a child. Okay, you can. It's done. You were just a child.
He was just 4 foot 11. You just physically remove him.
Okay, yeah.
Your child is bigger than this.
He is, yeah. He was born bigger than that.
I know. His head is wider than that. So, I mean, I don't know why anyone was threatened by this man. But anyway, there we are.
It's all good. Well, it's not all good. It's all bad. Everyone's dead. Everyone is dead prematurely, or some are still alive within prison and not coming out by the looks of things.
Either way, none of it's our fault.
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter. You know what? All this thing about shitting, none of us, we didn't do it. Don't matter.
We just literally report on the facts.
On the news and getting a bit sidetracked sometimes. I'm sorry.
In the world.
And I'm sorry if it comes up a bit insensitive sometimes, but I'm sorry about that.
I'm disabled.
Oh, yeah, okay, there we are. Sorry, Jay's disabled.
My disability is that I can't be very good.
Oh, yeah, mine too.
So,
but we're trying, okay?
We're really trying.
What is next on the itinerary?
Oh, should we have some light news?
Yes, please, yeah.
Oh, okay. In 1945, the second atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki in World War II.
No, don't tell me this. No, I do know this.
I know.
I've written tons of notes about this, and I'm not telling you about any of them. Actually, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about.
Better add.
I'm going to have to. Okay, really quick. I'll just start here. So, like you said, Nagasaki.
Like you said,
Nagasaki was bombed on the 9th of August. Hiroshima was bombed on the 6th. Don't want to shit any of this. So, all been done. Not going to talk about all the chaos that's gone. And you know the UK are partly involved in this.
I'm not bloody surprised.
Yeah, I thought we were all innocent. I was like, oh, look at them all. No, we're not. But I'll there. At this point, they've attacked Hiroshima. We've already just offended enough people. This is not going to reap. The spite of it is going to go out. But anyway, they did this because of the tactical ways of the Japanese folk. They were basically saying that they can't overcome them. So they've done Hiroshima. They're now deciding to go for Nagasaki. Well, they're not, actually. That's the problem. they've decided to go for another city. So, you know, on Hiroshima, before they dropped the bomb, little boy, what they all did is they actually put out a load of flyers everywhere saying, evacuate the city. You don't want to be here. Like, they were mainly ignored, but they did that. They tried to warn the population.
Okay, yeah.
So now, please bear in mind, they go now. This is the second one. So now they're on their way to the second place. It's not meant to be Nagasaki. Not at all.
Who's on the way to what second place?
So you know the second place they're bombing now?
Yeah.
They bombed Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Wasn't meant to be there. So no one was warned. No one's pre-warned the second time round. And they sent a bigger bomb. Oh. It was a lot bigger. They were lucky they dropped it in a valley. Not they. The Japanese were very lucky. Anyway, I'm just going to briefly tell you this because if you've seen the film...
I haven't.
I haven't either. So we're probably telling people who have seen the film. But these are the slight amusement points that I liked, was just the fact that they sent 4 planes for this monstrous, awful atrocity. But the names of the planes were the Great Artiste.
Oh, like
us. Enola Gay. We all know the Enola Gay. Big Stink.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and Boxcar.
What?
Boxcar.
Oh.
Just Boxcar. But basically,
Boxcar.
That's
rubbish.
Yeah, Big Stink gets lost. That's gone lost in the process. So the other two now, Enola Gay's fucked off. So now you've got Big Stink's lost. You've got Great Artiste, and you've got Boxcar. They're just flying around. I know. Great Artiste. They're destined for their aim. It's too cloudy. They've been flying around for 8 hours now. So they just decide on Hiroshima now, Nagasaki.
How do they get directed?
They don't. So they have like radar systems and things like that. But they were avoiding the use of all this just because they wanted to do as much damage as possible. Oh. So they avoided the first city and I've forgotten the name. Kokura. Oh. I've forgotten.
Right. Yeah.
They avoided that. They've gone over to Nagasaki now, and then they just decided they're just doing it there. But they did it in a valley, luckily, because the bomb they sent, which was called Fat Man. I know. The name
Little Boy and
Fat Man, and on the Great Stink and the Great Artiste, or Big Stink.
Are they yes?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's the only thing. We're not justifying it, but also the names are great. So that would be our job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, naming them.
But then, anyway, as we know, the rest is history. Yeah. I don't want to report anymore.
That's totally worth that bit, though. Like, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, you're right. 100%. It is done. It's horrendous. I'm sorry, but if there is something we can take from it, it's the Great Stink.
And the fact he got fucking lost.
The Artiste.
The Great Artiste. The Big Stink.
Oh, my God.
Boxcar's nothing, really.
Boxcar's rubbish.
Fuck off, really.
That is a big shame.
Yeah, whoever Boxcar shame. Whoever named you. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we shit and just insult everyone else, should we just get straight onto an confession, or do you want
an infection?
Should we get onto an infectious confession?
I've got an infection for you.
Tell me, please.
Well, I will. Now in a second. It's just my cat has just decided to block everything that I was trying to do. And so, in the meantime...
Do you want me to give you yours, mine? Let me give you one.
I got it.
Okay.
So, we moved house because of the horrid couple next door. On moving day, my wife told next door's husband that a man had been coming round while he was at work for the last 4 months. All lies. God, I love her so much.
Oh my God, that's you. Brilliant. That's you, me. 100% me.
I know.
I fucking love that.
I know, me too.
Oh, okay. Carnage. My neighbours, I love my neighbours, actually.
Yeah.
I've got good neighbours, but if you didn't have good neighbours, you know what we would do. I'm going to start just texting random numbers on the side of things.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case I ever need to.
Yeah, I've got lovely neighbours.
Yeah.
Didn't it go a long way?
Do you know what's crazy as well? Is your confession's quite similar to mine.
Is it?
Yeah, so mine is probably on the receiving end of that. Kicked my husband out because friends had seen him kissing another woman. I didn't give him the option to explain. We've eventually divorced. Months after, friends took me out for dinner. They pointed over to a guy and said, "Can you believe he's out with her?" It wasn't him. She divorced him over a mistaken identity the whole time. And she divorced him all over there.
God.
Why would you not discuss it?
Well, what? No. I mean, that's not a perfect relationship if you're just going to divorce somebody over a rumour. If someone come to me and said...
How if I came to you, mind? If I came to you and said, "Oh, I've seen your other half kissing a girl."
Oh, different, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what he looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't get his face wrong.
No, I wouldn't.
And also,
he wouldn't do that.
Where was he? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Where was I? Well, the fact that I was out.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were all out is a shock.
Why were we all separated?
Yeah.
And also with independent people. That doesn't sound like us at all.
Not at all.
No,
yeah,
so someone's lying. So actually, I want to know what you've done with the real you.
And we would have a family convention, actually.
Exactly.
Between our little family of 4.
Wouldn't happen.
No.
That's wild.
I know.
That's horrible, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, so sorry.
Can you imagine?
I'd be fuming. Out of spite, though, I don't know.
Oh, well, you'd just continue to be like, oh my God, you'd rethink your whole life.
Yeah, I would be, that person. If I was that person, I'd be awful. Oh, fuck yeah, you'd be fucked. Yeah, but you would rethink, that's not a healthy relationship anyway. If you can't have the communication to say, excuse me, I think you were kissing someone else, and you just instantly divorce them, that's on you.
No, that's wild.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have been married.
If you can't trust someone, no.
Yeah, enough to, even just to bring up the conversation.
No,
like,
exactly.
Oh, so-and-so thinks they saw you the other day, lol.
Yeah.
Lol.
How are you meant to shit yourself when you have a baby and stuff?
I know.
In front of these people.
Do you know that was one of my worries? I didn't actually have to do it, but
it's
something you've got to think of when you're picking your partners. Like, would I happily shit myself in front of this person?
Yeah.
Do I trust them well enough to know they keep that secret, even though 99% of the women shit themselves in birth?
Keep it a secret. I want you to film it.
You're not even having a child.
No.
You might have a spite child. Surrogate shit child.
Surrogate shit child.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we go before we end up shitting someone else today?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I'm just checking my notes. Is there anyone else for shit?
Spiders.
No, actually, nobody.
No, we're just happy
all
about
good.
spiders and Temu and anything else.
Well, just that we were thinking about spiders and how we're much happier with them now than we were this time last year.
Yeah, we were. Do you remember when we were saying this thing about Gareth? This time last year, and it was like, oh no, actually, I'm a bit scared of Gareth, and I was like, no, not scared of Gareth.
Yeah, and we were asking someone
asking someone. We were asking the Jeffs in our first ever episode.
We're still waiting for a blinking dressing gown for Gareth.
Knitting pattern for us, yeah.
Shocking, absolutely disgraceful. Gareth's long gone. I haven't actually seen him for a long time.
His family to build from the Great Wall of Spider, but yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes. But we've got all new ones. We've got Gemma and Beyonce. And we've got a new one whose name I don't know yet, but I haven't seen her face. So
but how much better we are with them?
Completely different.
And I'm now the one as well. I'm trying to get my child happy with spiders.
Yeah.
Which for a family that's never been good with spiders, any of us ever, it's doing me really good. It's really healthy. Like I'm like, oh okay, let's come and see friend. And then big friend, if it's too big, it goes under a glass and be like, oh big friend, go outside now because big friend is not living here rent free. Thank you very bloody much. I know. But big friend goes outside, and it's really sweet. I'm okay with spiders now.
Yeah, they do their little jobs as well, don't they, around the house?
Eating their little flies. And
oh, yeah, they do. They have little pest control.
I got a deliberate one living in my room now as well. I'm like, yeah, you live there.
Yes.
That's fine. And he has caught a few little flies and stuff. It's like, fine. He's just a child. Oh God. On that note, we should probably smack a button call it a day, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Thank you guys if you listened to all this. You should have. You're welcome. Thanks.
I really hope you still love me.
Yeah. Like you love Charlie, but please like and subscribe. Please like us on things.
Yeah.
Please
come on over to our TikTok now because you might be one of the only people that aren't.
Yeah. We're getting friends there now.
We've got a couple of friends.
We've got a couple of pals. We're not doing an awful lot on there, but we've got a couple of pals. Come over. Come to the YouTube. We're still on there. Yes. Come to the Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, the other thing,
all the places.
Just and please drop us a like or a comment or just anything.
Just anything.
Just I don't fancy Echo talking to the void.
No, why not?
Week. Well, I haven't had anything on TikTok. You get all the good stuff.
Oh, okay.
You slagging me off on Instagram where you are, and I'm there on TikTok, just like, come on, and just watching all the videos. We're not even. This is another episode entirely. Anyway, we'll smack a button and call it a day. Thank you for listening, guys.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Mic check 1 2. Check 4 now 5. Mi abuelo. Mi abuela. Yes. Estoy bien. Bien.